Well, Samir Al-Taqi is the director of the Dubai-based think tank, the Orient Research Centre, and he joins us now for more analysis on this. Samir, thank you very much for your time. So Bashar al-Assad then says that the Syrian regime will fight on until they've regained all of Syria, but Moscow is distancing itself from those comments. Are these cracks between Damascus and Moscow, and if so, how divisive could the issue be?
I don't think there are real, discrepancies between Moscow and the regime. Always, we did have this double discourse. When the Americans sit with the United Nations or the Americans, they become the most benign people. But practically on the ground, what they are doing is that they are quite encouraging what's going on. They came to Syria pretending they are fighting ISIS. Only 6% of their bombardment operation were against ISIS. Practically, they are attacking the area of Aleppo, and they want the regime to take off Aleppo. And they said they won't, even if there is a peace, there is a ceasefire, they won't be stopping their bombardment to Aleppo. So practically, even if the Americans are now just willing to reach any kind of an agreement, even if it's so superficial, so fragile, at the end of the day, there will be no real opportunity for a real ceasefire. And as you are now showing, the Russians will continue to use their very heavy blind weapons against those people. They are killing them the terrorists, but practically they are considering every Islamist brigade, every opponent brigade to Bashar al-Assad.
It's not just Russia, is it, at the moment that's involved in Syria? There are a whole host of different groups on all sides, and the cessation of hostilities or the ceasefire just doesn't look like it's coming into force anytime soon.
Yes, this is what I believe in, and practically the agreement that could be reached between the Americans and the Russians about this would be very futile, would be very superficial, and practically will add nothing to the conflict. So practically what Bashar is saying is what he's aiming to do and what he will be trying to do.
What impact does Turkey's shelling of the YPG in northern Syria have on the conflict as well? That adds an extra dimension, doesn't it?
Yes, it adds a dimension, but at the end of the day, it's only about securing the Turkish border. It won't have a direct impact on the balance of force or on the situation, the whole conflict, unless there is a certain, no-fly zone or something like that would allow refugees to be really have a kind of a safe haven, and then subsequently there will be a possibility that Aleppo could be defended and some other areas could be defended. But at the end of the day, what's happening now is a kind of ethnic cleansing, and the Russians are trying to encircle Aleppo, and really we have about 300,000 at minimum of people there that could be starving, just like it was in Homs, just like it was in Madaya or other areas. So I don't hang any real chance and give any real chances for what the negotiation about the ceasefire. Practically, the bombardment will continue.
Okay, Samir Al-Taqi, thank you very much for your time.